Hello, it's Sunday, it's the new weekly reading vlog. Yes, I'm only starting this vlog now because this one has to go soon and I wanted her in this week's vlog. I have to edit my vlog.
You have to edit your vlog.
I have to edit last week's vlog. It is really throwing me off that it is Sunday. I'm at home and I have not done sprints, but it's fine. Reading plans this week though. I'm going to read The 7 Year Slip because this is the buddy read. I haven't actually put the things in, but I have it written down what pages I have to read each day. So there's that. And then I have the audiobook for this. I also have, so like Prisoners Throne, and I also have the audiobook for Barehead by Adrian Tchaikovsky. So that's that. And then I would like to get Illusionary read. I don't have the audiobook for this, but we might be able to. It's less than 350 pages, which I think I can do. Do need to read a recap for Incendiary because I do remember how it ended, but I don't remember characters.
A little bit important.
So I feel like knowing the ending is great, but I feel like I need to know the characters too. So yeah, that's the plan for this week reading wise. And then if I can make a start on Fate Breaker as well, that would be great. But I do have the audiobook for Fate Breaker, so someone is mowing their lawn. I can hear a lawnmower.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one has to go home.
Abu.
I'm seeing her again this month though.
Yay.
But yeah, that's literally the only reason I did this vlog clip now.
Because we forgot last time.
We did, and it made me sad. So this time, she here. But yeah, that is the plan. My plan for today is I need to go for my walk, and then I think I'm gonna see if I might be able to get all of this read today, because it's not exactly a long book, and I have the audiobook for it. So I'm gonna see if I can get this read. I want to get a bit more of my cross stitch done. I think I can probably get 2 more.
You're going to get more than I get done.
If I can get 2 more of the squares done, that'll be another row done.
I just have driving. And I need to figure out what I'm having for my work food.
Yes.
I do have emergency pot noodle, but I don't really want to go into the emergency pot noodle.
But yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, I'll catch up with you later. Hello. It is a lot later. I literally, when Ash left, I went for my walk, I had a bath, I washed my hair, and I don't know what's up. This curl, like these curls are like really tight here, and I don't know why. But anyway, and then I watched a couple of episodes of Supernatural, and then just did cross stitch and read Prisoners Throne. So I have almost finished this. I'm really annoyed that I didn't finish it tonight because this is all I've got left. But I'm really enjoying this. I really love Oak, and I'm really glad this one's more from Oak's perspective, because Stolen Nail was from Ren's perspective, and it was really interesting to see Oak from her point of view. But now it's really interesting to see how Oak is dealing with the events of book 1. Also, he has not had the best life just because he didn't have the life he could have had. Just saying. But yeah, I'm going to finish up tomorrow, and then I'll be starting this tomorrow. However, I am so annoyed at myself. I have been completely thrown off on days because I didn't do sprints. And I've only just realised now at 10:30 at night, I haven't edited my vlog for tomorrow. So I guess he's going to have to get up early and edit it before she starts work at 9. Me. It's me. So that's going to be fun and in a rush. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm just so annoyed. I literally opened my planner to write in that I like the number of pages I've read today, and saw this, and I was like, Hang on a sec. I've not done that. So go me. Not. So yeah. I am now going to try and get to sleep as quickly as possible so that I can actually have a okay night's sleep before I have to get up early. Yay. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it is Monday. I really don't like using my normal phone for vlogging, but I've left my other phone downstairs because I was editing this morning and I can't bother to go get it. But I have reading updates for today. So I finished The Prisoner's Throne. This was a 5-star. I absolutely loved the way this went. It was so cleverly done. There was one bit in particular that literally I gasped audibly because I was not expecting something to happen. It was so well done, and I actually thought this was a trilogy, but it's not. So this is another series finished. Go me. Go me. I'm very happy with myself right now. This is another one done. I started my buddy read for closed Patreon of 7 Year Slip, and about 59 pages in, and I'm already really enjoying this. I'm really intrigued to see where this is going to go, how it's going to make sense for the like magical side. But I will say I'm really glad. So I have this thing I have to read in release order for an author, whether they're linked or not. And because I needed to read Dead Romantics when I was in the right headspace because of my trigger, I was putting that off, which meant I couldn't read this. And I'm actually really glad I didn't read this when this came out last year, because around about the time this came out last year, I was applying for so many jobs. I was in a job in shipping that I absolutely hated, like genuinely never hated anything so much as this job in shipping, or a job in shipping, full stop. And I was applying for a lot of roles in publishing and I was just getting nowhere. And I think if I had read this when this first come out, whilst I was doing that, I would have just been really deflated and I would not have enjoyed it as much, because the main character works in publishing, and whilst I think that's going to be a part of this book, it's not like it's just she works in publishing. There's a plot point that's been brought up that is to do with that, but it's just the character's job. But it would have made me really sad. But now I have a job in publishing. It's great. I love it. It's literally my dream job. And I'm having the best time. I've been there like 7 months, 8 months, 8 months. I've been there 8 months now. So yeah, I can happily read this and not be sad about the not be sad about the career of the main character. So there's a little tangent that has nothing to do with the book really. And then I started my buddy read with Meg and Emma of A Soul of Ash and Blood. I said the right book name this time. I keep calling it A Soul of Blood and Ash because the series is the Blood and Ash series, and it is throwing me off. But we started this first like 60-ish pages, and whilst I'm excited to be back with these characters, so far this is a flashback of the first book from point of view. I didn't want that, and I know how it's going to link. It's already explained what the plot's going to be, and I get it. It makes sense, but it's not what I wanted. Like, I want new information, not old information from a different point of view. So I don't think I'm going to enjoy this one as much. I'm going to predict this is going to be a 3 or 4 star, which all of the others have been 5 stars. So I'm going to be really sad, but I'm not getting the book I wanted. Oh well. So that's my reading updates. I am now going to go to bed because I'm tired. I did more cross stitch. I have now done half of it. So I'm doing an advent calendar. I can't remember if I've told you. I'm doing an advent calendar, and it's one of those ones where you put things in each pocket for the 24 days leading up to Christmas. So there's a different picture for each square, so each 24 squares. I have now done 12 squares. Granted, when I've done all 24, I've then got to figure out sewing it to the felt backing, and then I've got to be able to hang it up. But that is after I've done the cross stitch part, so I'm not thinking about that right now. So yeah, I'm halfway through the actual cross stitch part, so I'm very, very happy with myself there. But yeah, that's my updates. So I'm going to catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it is Tuesday. I'm losing track of days. So I had this whole plan today that I was going to get my buddy read pages done, and then I was going to start another book, and then I woke up and I realised it's the 11th of June. You know what that means? It's Ali Hazelwood release day for Not in Love. Waterstones are really getting on my last nerve, because it's like they know I want Ali Hazelwood's books on release day, because whilst everyone else was getting this today, they hadn't even taken the money for mine because payment failed, retry. Tell me why the money is still in my account. Tell me why I had to re-enter the exact same card details just for it to process. And tell me why the only other times this has happened was with Check and Mate and Bride. It's not happening with any others, and I'm this close to emailing them and be like, do you hate me? I'm not gonna, because it's not customer service fault that their system hates me. Luckily, Past Me knew this would happen, and Past Me pre-ordered it on Audible, and Audible did not let me down because Audible gave me it at 8 AM. So I started it on my lunch break, and then I finished it when I finished work, and it was a 5-star. I will say, I think it's my least favourite, Ali Hazelwood, and that is purely because the Mal main character said something, and it really rubbed me up the wrong way, and I did not like it, and it really put me off of him. But I pushed past that, and the actual story and the relationship between them, I ended up really enjoying. But yeah, definitely. So before, my least favourite was Stuck. Is it Stuck on You or Stuck With You? Stuck With You, because they're stuck in an elevator. Stuck With You, which is the second short story in Loath to Love You. That was previously my least favourite, and the reason that was my least favourite was because she says something about the prequels, and I was like, oh no, you are not coming for my prequels. Absolutely not. Revenge of the Sith is my favourite film? No. So it instantly made that my least favourite because I had an issue with it, and I haven't had issues with the others. But this one was a bigger issue than saying something about Star Wars. And I was like, I don't like you, Eli. That's a really, really horrible, thing to be thinking about. And I don't like you now. But like I said, I pushed past my dislike for him and focused on her because I thought she was great. Rue was great. But yeah, 5-star. It was just my least favourite, Ali Hazelwood, purely because of one thing the male main character said. But apart from that, it was great. And then I still had a little bit of time before the ACOMAF live show, because obviously I watch those. So I read my buddy read pages for the 7-year slip, and I am loving this. This is so much fun. I can already see where this is going, but I am having the best time. It's predictable in the way I want a romance to be predictable. So yeah, I'm having the best time. And then I read my buddy read pages for Soul of Ash and Blood, and I have the same feelings as yesterday. Like, there's a whole scene in the first book where Poppy goes to a place called the Red Pearl. I'm not going to say what happens there, but it's her first meeting with Hawke. And we've basically just had that entire interaction from his point of view. I didn't need that. I didn't need like 2-3 chapters from his point of view on that one scene. I didn't need it. It's really annoying me. But I know that there is going to be a point of this book, plot-wise, that's going to further the plot. So I need to read it. Because I know the other books will be great. And this is just a blip. It's fine. It's fine. Non-reading wise, but still books. I said the other week that I had placed a second sci-fi order because I wanted to use Gem's code. It came today. It's lots of Star Wars. This is a lot of the YA, and then the second volume of the manga. I got the first volume of this for my birthday, so I thought, I've not read it yet, but it's Star Wars, so we're going to do it. My issue now, I don't have space on my Star Wars shelf for anything else, so I'm going to have to start like figuring it out. Oops. But I'm excited to start the YA stuff. It is really annoying that these are all small hardbacks because all of my hardbacks so far have been normal size hardbacks. But in my brain, I am looking at it in the sense, all of those are the adult books. These are the YA. So it's fine. It's fine. My phone keeps going off because Discord is apparently going crazy. Gem's Discord is going a bit crazy. So yeah, I'm not going to go through individual books now. I'll do that on my haul video at the end of the month. But yeah, I also, Siobhan's birthday presents came in this order as well, but they're not here, obviously. I need to send their presents to them because I did say to them, I was like, instead of buying something off your wish list, let me know what manga and graphic novels you would like, and I'm going to get you some stuff off Sci-Fi when I place my order. So yeah, it just meant I got to get them more things because there was better deals. So yeah, that will be, I need to like figure out putting that in a box because I'm not putting it in the same box because the box was huge. But yeah, and I also got more bookmarks. I need to go through and figure out what bookmarks I've got now from Sci-Fi. Anyway, I'm babbling. I am going to go to bed now. So I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it is Wednesday. I am so tired today. I feel like I've done so much. But reading wise, I have read my buddy read pages for this, and this is not a spoiler because it is a like one sentence mentioned and it's nothing to do with the plot, but I'm gonna still do this in case you don't want anything. So like when my hand goes down, I've stopped talking about it. This book mentions Soapgate. If you remember what Soapgate is, it was that book box that there was loads of controversy because they put bound fan fiction in there and was like basically selling fan fiction, but it was called Soapgate because people were pointing out, why would they do a soap in the shape of a part of a body? I'm not saying what it is because I don't want to get demonetized, but just look up Soapgate in reference to like Sarah J Maas books. And it gets mentioned in here and I was living for it. But plot wise, really enjoying this, really enjoying the characters. I think this could be a 5-star for me because I am loving it. I'm intrigued to see where it's going to go. So we shall see. And then I read more of A Soul of Ash and Blood, and again, same comments as before. It's literally just flashbacks, and I'm like, I don't need this. Because it's also dragging it out more than the actual original book did. I don't need that. So this is a bit of a disappointment of a book, but I need to read it so that I can progress in the series. And then I started Bearhead. By the sounds of things, I think this is like 10 years after Dogs of War. I didn't realise it was going to be such a big jump, but it's really interesting seeing like how they're not actually getting any further. Oh, humans suck. But I'm 35% into this and I'm really enjoying it so far. I don't think it'll be a 5-star. I don't know what it is about this book, but it's just not feeling 5-star to me. But it's still probably going to be a 4-star. I am really enjoying it. So yeah, that's my updates. Yes, this was a little bit rushed, but I am so tired. And my hands are cramping because I was doing more cross stitch this evening. I had to, like, my dad's phone stopped working, so he's had to replace it. And I'm the only person in this house who knows how to set anything up. So I had to set up the new phone. And I hate Androids. I'm an iPhone girly. And I hate the system when it's not an iPhone system, because it's not what I'm used to. And I'm not saying it's a bad system. I'm just saying I'm not used to it, so I don't like it. It's just like people who swear by Androids hate iPhone systems. It's just what you're used to, and I'm not used to Androids, but I had to set it up, and then his old phone wasn't playing ball, and I was stressed. But yeah, that's my update. I had my appraisal in work, my first appraisal there, because I've been there 8 months now. 8 months. How? It went really well. I'm not actually shocked because I have catch-ups with my manager on a weekly basis anyway, and they're always really positive, so I wasn't worried about my appraisal at all. But it was also nice to just chat with my manager because he's been on holiday for 2 weeks, so it was nice to have a chat and find out how his holiday was and everything. So yeah, that's my update. So I'm going to catch up with you tomorrow, where hopefully I can tell you I finished Bearhead, because that's the goal for tomorrow. Finish Bearhead, and I want to start Blackout because my audiobook hold at the library come in. So that's the plan for tomorrow. We'll see if it actually happens. Hello. It is Thursday, yes. So I finished a book today. I finished Bearhead by Adrian Tchaikovsky. This was a 4-star, same level as Dogs of War, like book 1. This was a good duology. I don't think I would ever reread it, but it was really interesting to see how humanity dealt with what they was having to deal with. Plot twist. Humans are selfish and greedy. Who would have thought? But I read my body read pages for Soul of Ash and Blood, and I want to be done with it now. Like, there's no progression in this story. We're just being fed book 1 again from a different point of view, and this isn't what I wanted from this book. So it's a bit of a disappointment. I'm hoping at some point we actually do get a plot. Not holding my breath. And then I read my body read pages for this. Now, I went into this knowing there would be no heart attack. Wasn't going to have my trigger. Did not think to look up for other triggers, and bam. Big old trigger hit me like a freight train. And I'm just so done with reading books that have my triggers. Like, I would just like to be able to read and enjoy a book without having something major thrown in my face. I understand kind of why she's done it, but at the same time she could have not, like, just saying. And I definitely feel like this has affected my enjoyment, and it's gonna be nothing on the book, just like with Dead Romantics. Dead Romantics got a 4-star, not a 5-star, because it majorly deals with the big trigger of mine. I'm going to do like the spoilery thing for the trigger. So if you don't want spoilers, then look away till mute me until my hand has gone down. Are you gone? Cool. She gets her in a flashback. So we know that her aunt in the present has passed away. We don't know what from. And then there is a flashback where we see her getting the phone call from her mum to say how her aunt has died. And her aunt died by suicide. And suicide is a big trigger for me. Suicide, self-harm. There are multiple reasons why it's a trigger for me, which I'm not going to go into. I don't feel like I need to go into it. Bottom line, it's a massive trigger for me. And having that just thrust in my face was not great on a Thursday afternoon. So yeah, that was a trigger. I'm gonna be honest, this is most likely going to be a 4-star now, because my enjoyment is not going to be as high as it was because of that. And again, I'm just repeating, it's nothing on the book. Would I still recommend this book? Yeah. It's a great storyline. I'm really enjoying the romance. But yeah, it's just a shame. It probably wouldn't have affected me as badly if I was expecting it. So this is a lesson I need to learn. Don't ask a friend if it's got one trigger and then not ask them if it's got another trigger, because I'm not going to expect my friends to remember every single trigger of mine. Like, I have 3 main triggers that are a big thing that I need to know going into a book, but I do not expect my friends to remember those. Like, so I should have asked specifically, or just looked it up. So that's on me. But yeah, I'm kind of tempted to just binge the rest of the book tomorrow. I think it's like 100 pages. It's exactly 100 pages. So it's 2 more days of the buddy read, but I think I'm just gonna try and, this sounds horrible and I don't mean it in this way, but get it over and done with. But maybe in the evening, not while I'm working. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow, to finish this and then read more of Soul of Ash and Blood. And then I have another audiobook that's come through for Blackout, which is good because that's another TBR book. That's one of my 12 books of 2024. So yeah, today's been an emotional day. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to go to bed because I think I need sleep now. It's been stress. So yeah. Hello, it is Friday. I'm really tired, so I'm going to make this really quick. That's what she said. Soul of Ash and Blood, same thoughts as previous. I did end up finishing 7 Year Slip. This was a 4-star. I decided, so I had read today's pages and then I decided to get in the bath with a glass of wine and a nice bath bomb, and I finished this and I sobbed in the bath. It was great. So this would have been a 5-star if that trigger hadn't come out of nowhere and hit me like a freight train. So yeah, I'm really sad. I actually don't think I'm going to keep this book, which I was so confident about this book after Dead Romantics. I was feeling like, oh, I'm unholding Dead Romantics because of my trigger and I won't reread it and it made me too sad. But I have high hopes for 7 Year Slip because it hasn't got my trigger in. No, it's got a different one of your triggers in. Anyway, still sad about that, but I'm glad I've read it. Like, it's read, it's fine, it's done. Next time I'm gonna actually look up trigger warnings. And then I read the entirety of Blackout. This was cute. This was a 4-star. It's nothing too complex. It is some short stories by a few different authors, and it just follows these different couples in different stages of relationships. So there's one where they are like, so it's got on the back, a first meeting, long-time friends, bitter exes, and maybe the beginning of something new. I will say there was one I didn't like, which is part of the reason I think it was a 4, not a 5. And it was because, spoilers, hand up, spoilers, hand down will be when there's no spoilers. So hand up, spoilers. One of the stories, she's in a relationship and she has a crush on someone else. And whilst nothing actually happens while she's in the relationship, like the relationship ends and she doesn't actually get with the other guy straight away, but there is still talking and flirting while she's in a relationship, and that's cheating. I'm sorry, like, it's cheating. You can disagree with me, but that's cheating. Not the talking, but it depends on what you're talking about. If it's flirty talking, then it's cheating. And I wasn't here for that one. Spoilers over. But yeah, so apart from that, I really enjoyed the stories. I especially liked the last one with, I think her name's Grace. Grace goes to, like, gets a cab or a taxi. Yeah, Grace. And that's all I'm going to say. But if you've read this and you remember, that story was really cute. But yeah, it just takes place, like, there's a blackout and a heat wave in New York City. So I'm glad I finally read it. And this was my 12 books for 2024 pick by Ash. So thank you, Ash, because I'm really bad at reading my short story collections, and I'm glad that I finally read this one. And then I had a dilemma because I was like, do I read a book of my TBR that is like the end of a series, an anticipated read, like new release, but it's like over 600 pages and it's like 6.5 hours of audio? Or do I read a sapphic book that isn't on my TBR that is literally half the size? I was good. I went with my TBR book. I'm like 96 pages in. It's basically just following off where the last book left off, which I'm really glad about. But I don't really have any thoughts because it's just getting back into it basically. So I don't really have any thoughts yet. And to be honest, even if I did have thoughts, they would probably be spoilery, so I wouldn't be able to share them with you. But yeah, I have high hopes for this, but at the same time I don't, because like I do think Victoria Aveyard can end a series because I love the ending of the Red Queen series. However, I have been having not the best luck in the last like year and a half with ending series, so I'm not letting myself get my hopes up, but so far it's looking promising. Let's hope it stays that way. Don't know how much I'm going to get read tomorrow because I'm actually going to visit my brother tomorrow. So I'm going to be out of the house the whole day. I might listen to some of Soul of Blood and Ash. No, Soul of Ash and Blood on like the train journeys, because it's like a solid like 40-ish minutes on the train. So I think I'm going to do that because that's a good like almost 2 hours of listening. And how much have I got left of it? I'm going to be honest, I just want it to be done at this point. I have 3 hours and 12 minutes. We're not supposed to finish the buddy read until Tuesday, but I'm at the point I just want to be done with it. So I might just do that tomorrow. And then Sunday focus on Fate Breaker. We shall see. But then I'm starting a buddy read on... I'm starting a buddy read on Monday. 2 buddy reads on Monday? I think 2 buddy reads on Monday. So I'm getting through my TBR. I'm getting there. I'm quite confident about my TBR. So yeah, that's basically my update. So I'm going to check in with you tomorrow. Hello. It is Saturday. I'm going to make this update quick because I am so tired. So I read some of the Soul of Flesh and Blood today. I read today's pages and tomorrow's pages. But I wanted to finish it tonight, but by the time I went to visit my brother, sister-in-law and the Nibblins, and by the time I got home, I was just too tired to do anything else. So I didn't read anymore. Still same thoughts as the rest of the week, and I want it to be over now. And yeah, but I've had a really lovely day, and yeah. So I'm just going to wrap up this vlog now. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.